everyone, Medic here, and welcome to another beginner's guide, where today we're going to be looking at Sigmarus, the Water Phoenix, and how to fuse and early game Rune. Now before we start, just to let you know, I stream every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday, so it'd be great to see you over there. We also have a growing Discord community, link in the description below. Now let's get into it. Sigmarus is a grade 5 attack type monster obtained through fusion. Really good for GB10, DB10, Hall of Heroes, TOA, Hall of Water and the Fire Beast. Max stats 6-star awakened, HP 8730, attack 988, defense 571 and speed 94. And awakened bonus being critical rate increased by 15%. Now of course Sigmarus is so incredible for an early game beginner because of her skills. So let's dive into what they are. Now we've got Arcane Blast. Attacks the enemy with a mysterious egg and stuns them for 1 turn with an 18% chance. Now the multiplier is 420% of attack stat before reduction. Then we've got Frozen Orb. Attacks with an extreme chill to inflict damage that's proportionate to the enemy's max HP and freezes them for 1 turn if you get a critical hit. The multiplier is 450% of the attack stat plus 8% of the enemy's max HP before reduction. Then we've got Ice Volcano. Attacks all enemies with an exploding ice volcano, inflicting damage based on their max HP and decreasing their attack power for 2 turns. Freezes them for 1 turn if you land a critical hit. The multiplier on Ice Volcano is 300% of attack stat plus 12% of the enemy's max HP stat. Now Sigmarus' leader skill, incredible for dungeons, with a 44% increase to ally max HP. Now let's move on to Sigmarus runes. As you go through the campaign, when you first start playing, you'll be given a choice. You'll be able to receive Fatal Runes, Energy Runes, or Blade Runes 5-star from Scenario. I highly recommend that you take the Blade Runes for 2 reasons. 1, they'll be great for Verd to increase Verd's crit chance to 100% to make Verd usable. But secondly, for your Sigmarus, as your initial runes to break into GB10. You want a plus 12 all the runes, but plus 15, 2, 4 and 6. And there you have your runes for your first Sigmarus in GB10. Now to fuse Sigmarus, you're going to need 4 components. A lot of it is very easy to get, so let's go through it now. You're going to need the Wind 9-tailed Fox, Orang, Fire Joker, Jojo, Water Ninja, Cesano, and the Water Martial Cat, Mina. Now to get those monsters, you're going to need a few more components, so let's dive into that. So for the Wind 9-tailed Fox, Orang, you're going to need Prilia. You can get Prilia from the Scenario. Hina. Now Hina will be from the guild shop, so make sure if you haven't pulled her from a scroll, you get yourself in a guild as soon as possible to be able to get Hina. Next you need Kali, which again you can get from Scenario, and then of course Konomiya, which you get free from challenges. Next we have Fire Joker, Jojo. Now to get Jojo you're going to need Garrosh, and you can get Garrosh from Scenario. Cassandra from Tuesday's Secret Dungeons, as that's the Fire Day. Kuhn, you're going to need from the Secret Dungeons on the Wednesday. And then Chi-Chi, I recommend every hour looking at your magic shop, because Chi-Chi is just a 2-star howl, which will show up in the magic shop, so you can get Chi-Chi from there. Next we have the Water Ninja, Cesano. Now you need Ikaru, and Ikaru you can get from the Scenario. Khan from the Secret Dungeon on a Wednesday, Dagor, Secret Dungeon on a Thursday, and then Tantra, again, refresh the magic shop every hour to get Tantra. Easy peasy, another 2-star. Lastly, we've got the Water Martial Cat, Mina, and just like Hina, you can get her from the guild shop, so make sure you get yourself in a guild as soon as possible if you don't pull Mina. Now, as you can see, a lot of these monsters are from Secret Dungeons, but also from Scenario, with only Hina and Water Martial Cat being that sort of barrier to getting Sigmarus. So make sure you get yourself in a guild early, and then from Tuesday onwards, make sure you're looking for these monsters from Secret Dungeons and farming them yourself. So you have to 4-star all the prerequisite monsters, and then once you get Orang, Jojo, Cesano and Mina, you need to 5-star them, fully awakened, fully maxed, and then you can use those to make Sigmarus. Lastly, to awaken all of these monsters, and then indeed to awaken Sigmarus, you're going to need a lot of essences. So what I'm going to do is list all the essences needed, so you know what to farm and how many to get. This stat will give you something to reach toward to make sure you're ready for when Sigmarus comes along. Okay, so you've got to go through the magic dungeon, the fire dungeon, water, wind, and I'm going to pop that on the screen now for you to see. And you can refer back to this as you go and maybe jot it down for future reference. Now, moving on to the strengths and weaknesses of Sigmarus. Again, Sigmarus is an incredible unit for your beginner GB10 team, your DB10 team, and you can use him in NB10 in certain situations. Check out my beginner's guide to GB10 for more information on that. I'll link it in the description below. A very, very good nuker because the damage is based on the enemy's max HP, and of course, bosses have a massive pool of HP, so Sigmarus is very, very strong against that, which helps with the low rune quality that you'll start with. The leader skill, of course, is very, very good, which will help you in your initial GB10 runs. Of course, you want to change out Sigmarus for an attack lead as soon as possible once your runes are a little better. And the base attack, again, is very good. And in PvP, you can use her as an AoE nuke. Very, very good. Lastly, TOA, AoE freeze nuke, fantastic monster. Of course, the weaknesses are end game PvP, not good. And the low base speed, I believe, of 94 is not the best. So you have to try and counter that with runes. But, as I say, very, very good for an early game player. And I recommend as the first fusion monster to set your account off in the right direction. Alright, thank you all for listening today. This has been the guide to Sigmarus, how to fuse and rune for your beginner GB10 onwards. Again, if you like this content, please subscribe, hit that subscribe button, it really, really helps. And also head over to the stream, twitch.tv/twitchmedic, and stay part of the community. Alright, thanks guys.